Kinshasa. A dozen women stood on the city's main boulevard handing out leaflets criticizing the government of President Mobutu until a security police arrested them minutes later. Congo, New York. A dozen women stood on the city's main boulevard handing out leaflets criticizing the big man's government until a security police arrested them minutes later.
Freedom is a big word. It means many things to many people. Democracy is a big word. It means many things to many people. But you really understand it when you can't have it.
Big Man accused the women demonstrators of being members of an occult group. In a televised address, he urged the children, should they ever see women demonstrating, to beat them, kick them.
One of those unevolved pacifists, still hung up on war, like it won't go away for me. No, it won't go away for me. When people say peace instead of goodbye, I think after we win the war, that I can't divide we from them is another sign of my unevolvedness. I might think of the Congo, the Workers' and Peasants' Party saying, no peace without victory, all forward to the front, everything for the people. Here it is rhetoric, they're a solution to hunger and more. The Soviet Union has destabilized the entire region.
The U.S. backed the colonial powers up to the dawn of independence. The Soviet Union supported the independence movements.
Western intervention is just not like intervention.
Because Africa's already a Western sphere of influence, Soviet influence is the only one considered outside intervention.
The tenets of Marxism are alien to the African culture. abundance. Stan Livingston.
I thought it would be you. The famous anthropologist. I am Congo, New York. I went west to study white people. I wondered if they were the same as colonial whites. Now I have returned home on a mission, and you can help me.
If it's about anthropology, I don't think I can help. I have been looking at others for far too long through the uncertain prism of myself. Is it valid for one person to study another? Me, the scientist, you, the subject. I looked at art, myth, rituals, to get a sense of what life really seemed like in those particular places for those people that lived in them. Now I am shaken by the thought that I never have understood and never will understand anything about those particular people, those peculiar places, or for that matter, myself.
First you think you know everything, then you realize you know nothing. You believe yourself in a limited way to excuse not taking the next steps you must take. What you don't know is the world. It is life-threatening in proportion and problem. And finally, responsibility. Because when you helped make it, you understood it, explained it, and then ignored it. But I'm not here for science. You must help me find Satiji.
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 Satiji, to find Satiji. Well, I sympathize with those people, but I do not really think the party is good for them. I think that perhaps it will be just another dictatorship like Castro's. But then maybe it is not my problem, or not a problem.
You're an idealist. Now we need that, but the thing is, your idealism isn't really logical. It won't work out in the real world. It's not full of the stuff that makes the real world. The inconsistent, dirty, nasty.
Well, if it is inconsistent, it must be part of the reality you're describing.
You don't describe reality, you live it, experience it. Stop trying to make everyone conform to your idea, your vision of the world. Your vision isn't made of stones or people's bones or audible tones. It isn't anything.
To find Satiji, we must go deeper to the center, to time's labyrinth. Time's labyrinth. The secret of the labyrinth is that the past coexists with the present. The path, the goal, the end of the labyrinth is forward motion. The path is subatomic and quantum mechanical. Some future and some past events collide to make the present. What happens?
Africa remains as ripe for exploitation today as it was 100 years ago.